Jack Taylor, the English referee, noticing that there were no corner flags. Now everything present and correct. Holland playing from left to right. Undoubtedly, to this point, the team of the tournament. Can they crown the style of football that they've played with silverware? Cruyff. Weisbergen. Holland is always content to build. And they'll do so at their own pace. This is Cruyff. Cruyff goes down, penalty! After barely a minute of play. Jack Taylor in no doubt. He has awarded the first ever penalty in a World Cup final. It was Uli Hoeneß that snaked out a leg, over which Cruyff was only too happy to fall. Johan Neeskens! And we have the most dramatic start in the history of World Cup finals. Straight down the middle. Holzenbein. Breitner. Müller wants it in the middle. His arm is upraised. Breitner will shoot. Only now are West Germany coming to terms with the game and the occasion. A very long time. 30 now, the man from Cologne. Holzenbein. Allowed to run a long way, Holzenbein. Goes down, penalty! Wim Jansen on Bent Holzenbein. And we've gone through all those World Cup finals without a penalty kick. Now we're about to have a second in the opening 25 minutes. Was the contact? Was Holzenbein already on the way down? Jack Taylor saw enough. And Paul Breitner, this man who has burst upon the footballing scene, so impressive for Bayern Munich in his home stadium, can level up this World Cup final. 1-1 it is. Ice cool, Paul Breitner. And West Germany up and running at last.
Niederlande, Bundesrepublik Deutschland, 1:1.
Votes. And again Bertie Votes. Chance for Votes. Magnificent save by Youngblood. Uncharted territory for West Germany's number 2. And it was on target. Hoeneß taking on Hahn. And beating Harry Hahn. Uli Hoeneß! Cleared by Weisbergen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bricks in the Dutch wall. And interestingly, Beckenbauer is in the vicinity of this ball. And he chips it! And Youngblood had to be very alert. It's a nicely worked routine. All the intent was coming from Hoeneß, but he stepped over the ball. And so casually, Beckenbauer feeling forward, not getting a free kick. And West Germany are quite open at the back, particularly when Votes pushes forward. A chance here and a good save by Meyer. On the minds of both sets of players now. But here's Rainer Bonhoff. And still Bonhoff. And Müller! Gerd Müller makes history. The goal that puts his team in front in the World Cup final sets a new record. He is the most prolific striker in the history of the competition. 14 goals at World Cup final tournaments, erasing the name of Just Fontaine from the record books. Bonhoff, it's a free header. Not necessarily his greatest strength, Rainer Bonhoff heading. It's a corner given plenty of air by Uli Hoeneß. And the Dutch marking went awry. Meyer came for it, didn't get it. Breitner off the line. Schwarzenbeck behind. Breitner is West Germany's saviour there. Style is what he's brought to Dutch football. Beckenbauer caught napping there. The ball to bounce. Swung by Breitner to Grabowski. Good ball in. Müller offside. Well, it was a typical finish. Janssen. Van der Kerkhoff. Well, it was Cruyff that knocked it down. And Johnny Rep that arrived. Could easily have been 2-2. It's often said that when things are going against the Dutch, team spirit goes out of the window and they become a group of individuals playing for their own causes. Here's Van der Kerkhoff. Oh, what a volley and what a save! Neeskens who met it. And if there was plenty to admire in the shot on goal, there was even more to admire in the save by Sepp Maier. It's poked wide, and Maier is asking how on earth the chance was allowed to fall to Johnny Rep. Beckenbauer caught out of position. Maier in no man's land. Beckenbauer. Heltzenbein. Müller the only player up with him. Heltzenbein goes down, but this time no penalty. Same two players involved, Janssen and Heltzenbein. As in the first half incident that did lead to a spot kick. Neeskens. Breitner the player down. There's Neeskens' effort. Holland's fate in the hands of Jack Taylor, the referee. Overaart's free kick. There's the whistle. West Germany are champions of the world. And collectively they sink to their knees as a nation rejoices.
Meine Damen und Herren, bitte gehen Sie nicht auf das Spielfeld.
Helmut Schön's team have battled their way through. Their excellent fitness and their togetherness have seen them through. A goal-scoring record for Gerd Müller. And for the first time in 20 years, West Germany can call themselves the world's best.
Finally, the West Germans had unanimous support from their fans. They'd managed to turn their World Cup around, but now they were up against the tournament's most inspirational player, Johan Cruyff.
The Germans pragmatically, quite correctly, decided, they had to have a special plan. The special plan was to stop Johan Cruyff. So Bertie Vogts was assigned to mark Cruyff.
Orange shirt, playing from left to right.
But first the Germans had to survive the drama of the game's opening moments.
Reisberg. Hahn, number 2, knocked along the back line. On to Serbia, number 20. Hahn back to Reisberg.
They just play the ball around the team. I think it's 17 passes. It's an insult to the Germans.
Van Haneken.
And the Germans didn't do anything. They just waited.
Cruyff has come very deep indeed. He's the last player on the Dutch side. Bertie Vogts with him. He may be the man to mark it right through and brought down. Penalty in the first.
Second minute. The Germans hadn't touched the ball one time.
Jack Taylor, 10 yards from the scene. No hesitation.
Beckenbauer went across to Jack Taylor, and he doesn't complain. He just says, "You're English."
Penalty it was. Cruyff attacked the defence and was taken. Neeskens, 1-0. The goal scored after 80 seconds.
Und dann stand es auch irgendwie schon 1-0 für die Holländer.
Somehow it was 1-0 already.
Was machst du jetzt?
Well, what do you do in such a moment?
Eigentlich
Actually, all you want to do is go home to mummy.
möchtest du nach Heim zu Mami. Wir waren momentan alle wie gelähmt. Und es gab auch keinen, der irgendwie...
For a moment we were paralyzed, and there was no one saying, come on, and once more, and up, as no one was capable of doing that. The Dutch said, right now we've got what we wanted. We are 1-0 in the lead, and now we'll just make a fool of the Germans. We didn't realize how far down we were, how demoralized we were.
Wie fertig wir waren.
Cruyff, Van Haneken.
We were surprised that the Germans didn't attack us. Was pressure. So, what should we do? We were satisfied, 1-0, we keep the ball, we were better, no problem.
They taunted the Germans. They teased them. They wanted to humiliate them.
Von Hoff is the shadowing player. Neeskens with such ability, just cut out by Beckenbauer.
And they were getting angry. The Germans were getting angry. You shouldn't humiliate Germans. That's a law.
Always wanted on that left foot. Holtzbein. Congested area there, right through. Penalty!
It was not a penalty.
No, it was not penalty.
And the tackle was late without doubt. He lost the ball, he pushed it too far forward, but he was brought down.
I think Bernd Hölzenbein dived big time.
He did it all the time. He did it against Poland 3 days before the finals. Exactly the same.
Because maybe he gave us a penalty, maybe he wanted, there was a chance to give them a penalty.
They call it Schwalbe. In Germany they say it's Schwalbe, it's not allowed.
Elfmeterpfiff. Und
The whistle blew, and I was nearest the ball. I went out to the corner flag and decided in that moment with the whistle, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
ich mach das. Ich mach es.
Well, now we've got a new penalty taker for West Germany after Rinus missed the other day. Paul Breitner.
Ich stand da, Schiedsrichter pfeift,
He stood there, the whistle went,
1-1.
bang, 1-1.
zack, 1-1.
Nobody else that young would in a World Cup final take the ball, put it down and put it in.
No nonsense. Paul Breitner, his self-confidence is almost as big as his football skills. Maybe bigger.
1-1. Breitner, so casual, so cool, right in the corner. 26 minutes gone, the Germans level.
Outplayed for so long, the Germans were back in the game.
And it's giving harder chasing, and withheld. Right and away to Hahn. Von Hoff to Pope. He's clear. Beckenbauer.
It was the Germans who now looked like total footballers. They were taking the Dutch on at their own game.
Müller. And again.
And winning.
Pelé is a better player, no doubt. Maradona is a better player. But nobody would have scored that goal except for Gerd Müller. Gerd Müller could spin, as the Germans say, you know, within a phone box around 4 people.
To make it 2-1, with 2 minutes left to half-time.
Gerd Müller is a very straightforward guy. I really truly believe when you're a striker and you don't think much, that is an advantage.